What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. Before we dive into today's video, I just want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss out on any of our juicy reactions and deep dives into these crazy stories. You guys know I've got you covered with all the drama, the lessons, and everything in between. Now, today's video is going to be wild. We've got a real emotional roller coaster on our hands. We're talking about a case from Paternity Court, a show hosted by the amazing judge Lauren Lake. If you haven't watched it before, it's a courtroom show where people come to settle paternity disputes. But it's not just about the legal battles. It's about the personal drama, the heartache, and the shocking truths that come out in the process. So we're going to get into this video, we'll watch it together, and I'll be back with my 2 cents afterwards. Let's dive in. Okay, so now that I've set the stage for you, let's get into the specifics of Paternity Court for those of you who might not know what it's all about. Paternity Court is a show where individuals come to settle paternity disputes. Basically, when someone is questioning whether they're the biological parent of a child, they take it to court. But here's the thing, this show isn't just about science or legal battles. It's filled with drama, and sometimes the real issues behind the cases are about things like betrayal, trust, and the messiness of relationships. Judge Lauren Lake, who is the host, has a way of cutting through all the nonsense and getting to the truth. And trust me, some of these cases are crazy. The interesting thing about Paternity Court is that, unlike regular court shows, it has a focus on the emotional side of things. People don't just come here and argue about the DNA test results. They're also dealing with relationship issues, trust problems, and even the effects of those issues on their families and their children. And that's what makes it so engaging, because it's not just about a test result, it's about real people and their lives. Now, in this particular case, we have a woman who is dating a man with a completely different background. He's Chinese and she's not. This case involves a lot of cultural differences, relationship dynamics, and unfortunately, a lack of trust. You'll see how this relationship unfolded, and it's definitely not what anyone expected. It's a mix of love, lies, and serious betrayal. But we're going to dive into it and look at how these things happen, and more importantly, what we can learn from them. Let's talk about the woman in this case. Some people might label her a gold digger, but I want to be careful here and approach this from a more understanding perspective. Yes, she started dating this man for the money, but what does that really say about her? Why would someone go into a relationship with that kind of intention? I think we have to acknowledge that there's a bigger issue here at play. For some women, financial stability can become a driving factor in choosing a partner. And while that's not necessarily the healthiest motivation for a relationship, it's important to recognize that sometimes women feel the pressure to secure their futures in ways that might not be ideal. Some women feel like they need to rely on a partner to give them the financial security they want, especially if they haven't had the opportunities to make their own money. That's why independence is so crucial. Women should always strive to stand on their own 2 feet, whether financially, emotionally, or mentally. When you have the ability to take care of yourself, you're less likely to fall into unhealthy relationship dynamics like the one we see here. It's important to build your own life before you try to build a life with someone else. At the end of the day, every person, no matter their gender, deserves to feel like they can create a future for themselves without needing someone else to do it for them. So while this woman's actions were definitely wrong, I think we can look at it as a bigger conversation about financial independence and what drives people to act the way they do in relationships. Now let's talk about the sad part of the story: cheating. The reason this couple is in paternity court is because the woman cheated on her boyfriend with multiple men. Not only did she break his trust, but she also put herself in a situation where she might have destroyed any chance of building a healthy relationship with him in the future. Cheating is heartbreaking for anyone involved, but in this case, it's particularly sad because this man was probably trying to build a future with her. He might have had his own reasons for being with her, and for him, it was about love and maybe even starting a family. But instead of loyalty, he got betrayal. It's hard to watch because you know that in the end, both people suffer. He's left with the emotional damage of being deceived, and she's left with the consequences of her actions. To wrap this up, let me leave you with something to think about. Faithfulness in a relationship is not just about cheating, it's about trust, communication, and respect. A relationship is a partnership, and both people need to be equally committed to making it work. Cheating, lying, and betrayal only break the foundation of what could be a strong, healthy relationship. Here's a quote that I think sums it up perfectly. The real test of a relationship isn't how you feel when things are easy, but how you act when things get hard. This is a reminder that in every relationship you will face challenges, but it's your commitment and faithfulness through those tough times that truly matter. Relationships aren't always smooth sailing, but they can survive and thrive if both people are willing to put in the work and to trust each other. So, what do you think about this case? Was it fair for her to be with him only for his money? Can a relationship survive after such a betrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. From me, it's goodbye until next time.